right, welcome folks. Back to Messer Gymnasium for another awesome Pioneer Valley Regional High School basketball game. Girls varsity basketball. Pioneer Panthers hosting the Hopkins Academy Golden Hawks. My name is Tyler Borbo, bringing you the play-by-play action of this exciting game. So happy to have you with us here tonight. This is shaping up to be a fantastic game. Fantastic game. Coming into this game, Hopkins with a 4-6 record. Pioneer with a 6-3 record. So far has a 5-game winning streak going on. And most recently, their last game was a 47-40 win over Greenfield Green Wave. And we're just so excited to see what comes next of this girls varsity basketball team. And we are off. Hopkins comes up with the first possession. Over into the corner, ball put up, a little overshot. Can't get their hands on it before it goes out of bounds. That will be Pioneer ball on the baseline. But nice job trying to put some points on the board early by the Golden Hawks. And that shot was by number 12, Chloe Kosciuszko. Well, inside, over to Maggie Tippanyuk, puts it up for two, and then gets the rebound. And like usual, I did not start the clock again. So we'll let that run. 7:39 on the clock. Maggie Tippanyuk will have a +1 after getting that jump shot basket. Maggie Tippanyuk has been continuously doing a fantastic job being physical and just the punishment player underneath to send the ball to and just take the pummeling and give it right back, and she's been putting some big numbers up on the board. We're so glad to have her down under there. And nice job with the ball movement by the Golden Hawks. Ball put up and down by Cora White, putting 2 on the board for the Golden Hawks. Scores tied at 2. Pioneer moving the ball around, trying to find an opening. Tominski over to Grzkowski. Ball comes loose. They hang on to it. Kyler McClellan, the shot goes a little bit to the right and heads out of bounds. No one's going to touch that one. It'll be Golden Hawks ball. Bringing it down, number 4, Olivia Earle. Earle back out to Kosciuszko. Esko driving through, ball stripped away, but the Golden Hawks hang on to it. Long pass over to the other side, and a shot, and puts it down for 2. That one coming in by Cora White. Cora White so far scoring both baskets. Start them off. Golden Hawks with a 2-point lead. Over to Kyler McClelland for 3, and puts it down. Kyler McClelland has been riding high on her 3 game for the past couple of matches, scoring about 5 or 6 each time. But just doing a really great job. And, you know, if you're able to get her open and have an opportunity for her to make some 3 shots, you know, definitely want to cater some plays around getting her open. McClellan up top. Put around Tominski. McClellan for 3. Off the back of the rim, comes down Maggie Tippanyuk, recovers it. Pioneer hangs on and gets the foul. Tippanyuk back at the free throw line for the 2nd time. Let's put this down, 5:38 on the clock. Tippanyuk lays down the first. She'll have 1 more shot. And 2 for 2 for Tippanyuk. 7-4 game, 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Kosciuszko, long pass over to Earle. And then back over to Augustin. I'm just behind, still getting used to the names. Kosciuszko, Earl, back out to Augustin. Ball comes loose. Augustin's going to need to make something happen with it. Golden Hawks got to put the ball up. Goes up on the far side. Nice job before the buzzer. Hopkins Academy moving that ball around. Finally found an opportunity. And nothing like a shot clock fire burning under you to open up and make something happen. 1 point game. Ball inside to Tippanyuk. Gets double teamed. Ball comes back out. Guskowski hangs on to it. Hands it over to Beliski. Back out to McClelland. Devony Pillsbury. No good on the shot. Kosciuszko comes down with a rebound. Augustin. Went around, finds Earl. Augustin with a shot. Was off tough on, but Golden Hawks hang on to it. And the third shot. And third time's the charm for the Golden Hawks. We take the lead. Pillsbury driving inside. Gets an easy two. Nice job, Pillsbury, finding that lane underneath. Pioneer back on top with another 1 point game. So far, the teams have been going pretty tit for tat. The only reason why it's that 1 point game, turnover. Pioneer heading down. McClelland finds Tippanyuk. Drives inside, gives it back out to Beliski. Goes in for the shot, no good. Recovered by the Golden Hawks. But that 1 point lead due to a McClelland three. Swung around. Cora White, no good on the shot. McClelland driving through, hands it over to Tippanyuk. Tippanyuk will get the foul on that one. Very nice play by the Panthers. Tippanyuk for the third time at the free throw line. But you drive down on the right side, get down to the baseline, get the attention going your way, toss the ball back to somebody coming inside the paint, which was Tippanyuk, and has an opening for the layup. And it's almost impossible to be planted for any kind of charge when you have to turn around and face that. But 2 for 2 on that one for Tippanyuk. A little extra press by Pioneer. Golden Hawks did a great job of navigating through that. Augustin thought about driving in. Hands it up top. Kosciuszko off the rim. Covered by Crutch. Augustin for three. Ties things back up. Very tit-for-tat game. And a little bit of a rivalry of schools, so it will be very interesting to see how this comes out. Devony Pillsbury, no good on the jump shot. Taken away by Morgan Augustin. Back up to Kosciuszko. Then out to Augustin. Kosciuszko opening back up. No good on the jump shot. Recovered. Getting the foul is Lainey Crutch. She will go to the free throw line for 2. Minute 50. Ball out of bounds. It will be Pioneers. Kyler McClelland. Good pass over to Tippanyuk. Ball takes an extra roll. It comes down out of bounds. It will be Pioneer ball. Big toss, nice save by Grzyskowski, but stolen away by the Golden Hawks. Drives through, nice idea by Earl. Bounce pass over to Augustin. Couldn't make the connection on that bounce pass. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Pioneer ball on their own baseline. McClellan for three. Puts it down. Oops, I was behind on those points. 14-12. Kosciuszko to Earl. Earl drives in, jump shot. No good, but comes down into a jump between Kretsch and Tippanyuk. And a little confusion on whose possession on that jump. McClelland. Toss it over to Tippanyuk, who's inside. Back out to Grzyskowski. Swinging it around to Tippanyuk. Tough shot recovered by Kosciuszko. Augustin Kosciuszko, clutch. Over to Cora White, who gets the basket and the foul. There'll be no shot clock after this and one. And this could be the final point of the quarter. And Hopkins takes a 1-point lead, 15-14 with 25 seconds left. Pillsbury drives in and gets the two. Earl making haste, driving down Cora White. And it looks like there was a little bit of a bump, I think, without the shot, so. And back outside before the buzzer. No good. And 8 minutes in the book. An excellent, tight first 8 minutes. Pioneer coming away, eking out a 1-point lead, 16-15 over Hopkins. Boy, if this first quarter is how the rest of the game is going to go, this is going to be one exciting barn burner of a game. And looking into a few stats, as we talked about, the last time these two teams met was at Hopkins, and that was December 22nd for this 2025-2026 season. The Golden Hawks came away with the win, a 30-23 win over the Panthers. But I would say Panthers have just gotten better and better. They're hot on a winning streak. They've been doing a great job. They've been going to work each game, and this is definitely not. It's always interesting to see how teams have melded together, how they've improved, what's changed since an early game in the season, and we're definitely finding that out. The last game Hopkins played, though, was at Mohawk, and they fell to the Warriors 25-32. So it will be very interesting to see how things go. You can only speculate about things on paper, but it's all going to be It's all going to come down to what happens out here on the court. Nice recovery by the Golden Hawks. They'll get another shot. Earl driving in on the near side, gets double teamed, passes it back out to McGregor, tosses it up, no good on the shot. Good save by Pillsbury, but taken over by the Golden Hawks. Pioneer hangs on to the last shot, and McClelland driving it down. Tibanyuk driving in on the far lane. Ball comes loose. Earl navigating through with a jump shot. No good. Another shot by Cora White. Pioneer hangs on to it. Little extra pressure by McGregor. Pillsbury tosses it up and gets the 2. Nice pass to Cora White. Sends it back out to Earl. Swung to Kosciuszko. Long pass back over to White. Earl thought about it. Back up top to McGregor. Quick passing around. Nothing opening up. Tight D by Pioneer. And ball comes down. All hands on the ball on that one. No fouls. Nice drive by Tibanyuk. She really wanted to get that foul. Ball headed out of bounds. I don't think. No foul on that shot. But it was out off of Golden Hawks, so Pioneer will hang on to the possession. Beliski taking control up top. Over to the Tominski. McClellan from the corner and puts it away for 3. McClellan, that would be her 3rd 3 of the game. Good extra pressure. I will say, great idea by, it was an interesting idea by Reese. Oh, I was messing up the names. Reese McGregor is number 3. Danielle of IA is number 2. Excuse me. Nice drive, but the ball comes down in Golden Hawks' hands. Cora White. Valle to McGregor. Got it right that time. Kosciuszko. Driving up on the right side, runs out of room. Ball back out up top. Swung around. Cora White with the shot, no good. Nice recovery by Tibanyuk. On the rebound, McClellan to Beliski. Tominski. A little miscommunication. I think Tominski was hoping Grzyskowski was still there, but Grzyskowski was moving to a new place. A little miscommunication. Well inbounded. Cora White hangs on to it. And stolen away by Pioneer. Long pass over to Tibanyuk. Tibanyuk goes up. Tough roll. Gets her own rebound. Goes up again. Misses it a second time, but this time comes with a foul. We'll get this to line up. 4:34. Tibanyuk back at the free throw line. She's sitting with her 4th time to the line. Biggest lead of the game so far, 22-15. And again, 2 for 2 for Tibanyuk. Kosciuszko driving down. No foul. Good hands on that extra defense. I couldn't really tell who did that, but nice hands on all ball, knocking that out of bounds and not getting the shooting foul. So it will be Golden Hawks on the Pioneer baseline. Augustin taking things back up top. That's Earl in the corner. Kosciuszko to Clutch. Back out to Earl. Big pass over to Earl. Tries to drive it around, and McClelland with the beautiful steal saw that situation, and I did not start the clock. Beliski needs some help. Finds Pillsbury up top. And ball comes loose. Golden Hawks hang on to it. Big pass back outside to Earl. Hands it off to Valle. Gustin to Valle. Valle drives on the baseline, tries to shoot. Earl takes a chance at it. Clutch puts it up. Tippiniuk hangs on to it. Long pass to Pillsbury. No good on the shot. So far, I would say that, a few games ago, I would say that Pioneer was having a tough time with a lot of steals coming from, I think, Greenfield and another, might have been Mahar, just was suffering of some tough passes, went up. But Pioneer has really stepped up on getting the steals. Great shot by Kosciuszko. But Pioneer has been really stepping up on tighter passes, really trying to make sure that it is not easy for any kind of interceptions in the passing lane. Tippiniuk hands the ball back outside. Beliski hangs on to it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tippiniuk drives in, hands it over to Pillsbury, tosses it up. Drops down into the hands of Kosciuszko, hands it over to Earl. Olivia Earl setting things up top. Kosciuszko looks for options, finds an opening for Earl, and they get the two. Earl definitely finding an opening after, I don't know how you'd describe it. Once you release the pass, it almost feels like for a few seconds you become this obsolete player. And looked like Earl did a great job of giving that pass away to Kosciuszko and then moving into kind of an uncovered spot, or just, kind of got forgotten about underneath there. And that was a beautiful play by the Golden Hawks. And so now we have a 4-point game as we go into this timeout. I'll let the clock catch up. Minute 21 seconds before the half. And earlier today, I had an opportunity to break out my abacus, so I started calculating. And Hopkins, they played 10 games as opposed to Pioneer's 9. Of course, going into this game, they would have had one more. It was postponed due to some other issues, and that game will be next Monday. But Hopkins, coming into this game, they're averaging about 33 points per game. And I would say overall, their range is fairly tight. They don't stray too much north or south of 33 points. Pioneer has, well over a 10, maybe even 15 point differential with their average. And I let the clock run too far. Yay. But Pioneer coming to this game with an averaging 39 points a game. But, of course, when you have that higher range, there's a fluctuation of, you know, there were lower numbers than 39 and there were higher numbers than 39. So just interesting details that, you know, again, can only tell you so much. You're watching what's happening here on the court. Pioneer doing a fantastic job getting the rebound off that Kosciuszko jump shot. And Brooke Welcome had a good idea, but the ball rolled off of the knee of the Golden Hawks. Headed out of bounds. Pioneer will hang on to it. Tippanyuk, wasting no time, puts the ball up, comes down into Olivia Earle's hands. Swung around to Kosciuszko, inside a clutch, back out to Augustin. No good on the shot. Tominski with the rebound. Some extra press by Cora White on McClelland. Making sure McClelland can't have any kind of last-second three shot. Maggie Tippanyuk hangs onto the ball, goes up for the floater, gets the two. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. Olivia Earle hoping to have something. And no good on the buzzer. Clutch couldn't get the hands in there, but fast enough. But great move with very few seconds by the Golden Hawks. Just needed that extra fraction of a second. And I think Clutch would have been the last one to put points on the board. Living up to her name, no doubt. So as we go into the half, Pioneer with sticking with that 4-point lead mentioned earlier, 25-19 over the Golden Hawks. And so far, I mean, they've been pretty even matched. I think Pioneer obviously has opened up for more points. They've had more opportunities. They've shot. They've been more successful outside of the paint on the shooting. Kyler McClellan making, I think, three point shots so far just in the first half. But overall, Pioneer's been driving through. They've been causing a lot more turnovers. I think they've had more steals than the Golden Hawks have. So they're just eking it out. But, you know, I've watched other leads, much bigger leads, be lost in the second half. So there's still anything can happen. This might as well be a tied game when it's a 5-point or 6-point lead like this. So we'll see what happens. We're going to take a short break. Check out our wonderful sponsors that have chosen to partner up with BNC TV and help us bring this wonderful programming not just to the folks in the Bernardston-Northfield area, but also if you're watching this out in the Hopkins area of Hadley. So happy to bring this game to you. And, yeah, whether you're watching this again later on or watching it live, so happy to have you with us. But we're going to take a short break. Check out our sponsors, and we will be right back with more of this girls varsity basketball action coming your way on BNC TV. right, welcome back. Exciting girls varsity basketball game. 15 seconds before annoying buzzer. My name is Tyler Boyle. We'll bring the play-by-play action of this game. So happy to have you with us. Clock to stop. There we go. And if you were just peeking at that break, so thankful to have our sponsors with us. Sam Browning Jr. Trucking, Sweet Lucy's Bakeshop, Works LTD, Wiggin Hydroseeding, Zilinksi HVAC, DiGeorge Builders, and Greenfield Cooperative Bank. So happy to have them with us. Pioneer with a 6-point lead coming into the second half. Hopkins Golden Hawks trying to find some openings in the Pioneer defense. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Clutch looking to get rid of the ball. Got to make something happen. Nice try by Cora White. The drive by Tippanyuk and puts it in for 2. Tippanyuk has been having a fantastic game when she's not putting them in the basket. She's putting them in from the free throw line. Cora White sends it around to Augustine. A nice try, good recovery. White to Kosciuszko from the corner, recovered by McClelland. Long pass to Tyminski. Ball comes loose, but she hangs on to it. Back out to Beliski with the shot just outside the 3 line. Grzyskowski keeps it in Pioneer possession, and Maggie Tippanyuk with another 2. Largest lead of the game, 29-19. Cora White thought about it. Had a good idea. Hands it off to Augustine. No good on the shot. Tight D. Beliski takes it back out to the top. Needs a hand. Long pass to the corner for Tyminski. Looking for Beliski. Stolen away by Olivia Earl. Slows things down and regains composure. Hands the ball to White. Clutch, Earl. Augustine just inside the 3, comes in short. Earl. And the shot. Little. Thought I might have seen hands on the shooter, but remains Golden Hawks ball. Augustine up top. Off the rim, comes down to Tyminski. Grzyskowski, Tippanyuk back out to Grzyskowski. And Beliski swinging it up. Back out to Grzyskowski. To Beliski for 3. And puts it down. Beliski on the 3-point board. Pioneer coming into the second half, firing away. Already scoring 7 points. Oh, nice idea by Kosciuszko. full press. Golden Hawks really looking to have a turnover here. Good recovery. Tibiniuk drives through, floats it up, and gets the 2. Maggie Tibiniuk being an unstoppable force in this game. Oh, nice leading pass. Oh, just a little too much mustard on that one, but that was a beautiful pass and beautiful shot. Ugh. And if you are interested in running the clock, please give us a call or send us an email. Love to talk with you. Anybody could do a better control of the clock than I can. Nice toss up by Augustin. That's 2 for. There we go. Things match up. Tominski in the corner. Back out to McClellan for 3. And nothing but net. That's 4 threes for McClellan. Augustin, Kosciuszko. Nice pass over to Cora White, who's open. Tough on the shot, though. Hands it over to Tibiniuk. Goes up, gets her own rebound, sends it back out to McClellan for 3. And again, 5 threes for McClellan. Pioneer already scoring 15 in the first quarter. Grzyskowski needed help, stolen away by White, but Poliski not letting her have it so easily. That jump comes up in Pioneer favor. See if I can let that clock catch up. And McClellan from the outside gets her own rebound to Tominski. Oh, hands it over to McClellan, wasn't expecting it, but gathers it up, gives it a toss, tough roll on it. Pioneer hangs on to it, nice recovery by Brooke Welcome, hands it over to McClellan. To Tominski. Tibiniuk driving through and gets the foul. Tibiniuk with, I think, her 5th time to the free throw line. But when you're the one playing underneath and driving up the lane, you know, those are where most fouls occur on the shooting. So you're definitely going to be the one that's going to be approaching the free throw line. Try and let the clock catch up a little bit more. And good on the second one. Minute and a half left in the third quarter. Pioneer with a 20-point lead now over the Golden Hawks. Augustin stuck up top. Hands it over to McGregor, back outside to Earl. 7 seconds on the shot. Augustin from the outside, good roll on it, recovered by Clutch, swung around, and the clock is reset. Nice job by the Golden Hawks. Ball comes loose, Tibiniuk lays down on it, and a timeout is called. Smart opportunity for the timeout, while a loose ball like that is loose possession by Tibiniuk, but a great idea by the Pioneer coach calling timeout while, I don't know what you call it, a wild, loose possession on the ball. And Pioneer opening this game wide open. I mean, the first quarter was an intense battle of who's in the lead. And Pioneer drove a little bit of a wedge in it in the second quarter, but now they have just opened things wide. They've already exceeded the last score that they had against Hopkins. I'll remind you that the game ended 30-23 against with Hopkins being the victor of that game. Pioneers already exceeded that by 18 points. And we still have a little bit of the third and an entire fourth quarter to go. Well, Pioneer is not the same team that they were back in December. All right, coming back from the timeout. McClelland bringing it down. Over to Brooke Welcome, tosses it up. Tough roll, recovered by the Golden Hawks. Nice pass to McGregor, drives in, puts it back outside. Nice try by Kosciuszko on that 3-shot. No shot clock for Pioneer. On a tough pass, easy turnover for the Golden Hawks. Olivia Earl to McGregor. Augustin. Two seconds. And no good on that. And at the end of the third quarter, Pioneer with a 20-point lead, 41-21 over Hopkins Academy. I don't know what kind of chat the Pioneer coach had with her players, but these girls came back out and did a fantastic job. Just came out like they never took a break. No icing up for the Panthers. But still 8 minutes to go. It is still anybody's game. Hopkins is going to need to really step up on the turnovers, though. They're doing a great job of moving the ball around. Some of the points that they've put on the board have been the result of moving the ball incredibly fast and really rocking that Pioneer defense back and forth and getting themselves to a point where Pioneer is starting to kind of all look in one direction, forget one man, and then there's an open lane, pass the ball to them, and get that in there. Of course, I'm thinking of a particular play where Olivia Earl, being up top, passed the ball over to Kosciuszko, and then one underneath, undetected. That was a beautiful play. So if they can make that happen, they can get back into this game. And that ball comes loose. It's going to be a turnover for Pioneer. Of course, they couldn't touch it. It would have been a backcourt violation. You know, Beliski looking for Pillsbury underneath, but couldn't get the geometry right. Golden Hawks. Earl up top. Feeding it to Kosciuszko. Kosciuszko underneath, trying to hang on to it. And swatted out of bounds by Jalen Beliski. It will remain Golden Hawks ball on the baseline. And good inbound. Oh, nice job on the shot. Deja Young with the rebound. Krzyzkowski up top. Boliski to Pillsbury. Pillsbury drives in on the left side and gets the shot. Cora White over to Earl for three. Comes in short, but recovered by Cora White. Golden Hawks hang on to it and reset the shot. Augustin back outside. Earl just inside the three. Comes straight down into Pioneer hands. Liske needs a hand. Brooke Welcome up top. And a little fancy footwork. Caught by the ref. That'll be a turnover to the Golden Hawks near the Pioneer bench. Augustin over to White. Golden Hawks trying to find some openings on the outside. Kosciuszko drives underneath, hands it over to Clutch. And looks like a hold on Pioneer. Not on the shot, though. I'll let things catch up. Augustin, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Nice idea. Augustin on the inside, tosses it up. No foul. And a reset of the clock. Nice recovery again by Deja Young playing underneath. Brooke Welcome with a toss up for Cora White. I'm just going to let that clock run again. Krzyzkowski to inbound. Boliski stopping up top, hands it over to Deja Young. Boliski to Grzyzkowski, finds Pillsbury. Drives into some tough competition on the defense. Ball came loose and headed out of bounds. Augustin, Kosciuszko, back over to Earl in the left-hand corner. Augustin and Kosciuszko in the corner. Long pass back out to Earl. Thought about it, drives up the lane, tosses it, gets the two. Nice job by Earl finding that open lane. Saw all the defense shift heavily to that left side, leaving very little opposition on that right side lane. And another foot shuffle. It's going to cause a turnover. Augustin. Comes outside, looking for Earl inside the key. Back outside Augustin, three off the rim. Boy, great job by Kosciuszko getting the rebound. Gets another rebound, Kosciuszko for two. McClellan finds Tominski. Tominski came down a little awkward on that one. Just didn't have the footing when she came back down. Took a couple steps, and steps without dribbles is going to cause a turnover. Kosciuszko. To White for a quick shot. Off the back of the rim. Earl almost got their hands on it. Ball has out of bounds. It will remain Golden Hawks ball on the baseline. There we go. Good inbound, good quick move. Boom, boom. Good inbound by Cora White. Good basket by Kosciuszko. 43-27 with a little over about 3 minutes left. Excuse me. Little foul on Hopkins, so it'll be Pioneer ball. McCullen looking for Grzkowski, couldn't make the connection. Nice drive, good patience by Morgan Augustin, gets her own rebound and good on the second time. Great patience by Augustin. She drives down, hesitates, missed that first one, but had enough patience to get her own rebound and try it again. She's good on the second one. Tominski drives underneath, puts the ball back out to McClellan, goes for the three shot, comes in short. Deja Young hangs onto the ball. Cora White has hands on it. Nice job. That will be a jump. And that jump is Golden Hawks' favor. Just over 2, 43-29. Cora White driving in, comes into a wall of white jerseys. Augustin to White. Seven seconds on the shot clock. No good by the Golden Hawks. Snappy pass. A little off on that shot. Kosciuszko left to open. She heads inside, easy two-pointer. Now a 12-point game, 14-point game with just under a minute. Earl to Cora White. Tough on the layup, tough roll. Ball comes down after the second shot into Pioneer hands. Nice toss to Tominski. Ball comes loose and out of bounds. Golden Hawks ball. Olivia Earl. Morgan Augustin. Chloe Kosciuszko. Swinging it around, finds Kosciuszko inside on the left, or on the right. Chloe White recovers. Swinging it around, Earl for three. Tough one off the back of the rim. Golden Hawks hang on to it, but a tough pass. Couldn't get the lineup right. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Pioneer ball. 13 seconds. I know it says 9 on me. And McClellan heads in, will slow things down. And as the clock runs out, Pioneer continues their winning streak with a 45-31 win over the Golden Hawks. Pioneer doing a fantastic job. Just that, I would refer back to that third quarter. Pioneer came out and went to work and worked hard, went overtime with that third quarter. Did a great job putting up about 15, 17 points just in that quarter. Did a fantastic job. And, you know, they had the steals and they had the shots, and they did a fantastic job. We'll also say that the Golden Hawks came into this. They were getting some steals. They were making turnovers. They were doing a good job. They had some good offensive moves. Just sometimes the ball just does not roll the way you need it to on that rim. And they were making good shots. But that is it for us here at Messer Gymnasium. Excellent game, girls, with that other win. And, of course, they will be moving on to, let's see, the next home game for these girls. They will be playing, that we plan on covering, BNC TV. Pioneer is planning on covering a postponed game due to some weather and facility issues. The game that was supposed to be last Friday will be next Monday. That'll be the next home game. The girls will be right back here at Messer Gymnasium hosting the Drury Blue Devils. And that was shaping up to be a difficult game. We will see what happens with that one. But the girls, before they come back home for that Drury game, they're going to be on the road facing off against Smith Academy. BNC TV will not be there for that. It's a Friday night game, January 23rd at 7 p.m. at Smith Academy. So you'll have to go off and check that one out, see if you can get there in person. Not a bad way to spend a Friday night. And a few more girls games next week. We got 4 basketball games coming your way. And towards the end of that week, finally the boys will be back at home after being on the road for some time, quite a few weeks. They'll have back-to-back games against Hoosick Valley and Greenfield. And we're hoping to bring those games to you. But for now, keep an eye on these games. Follow these girls, follow the boys. Give them your support. These student athletes work hard, and it's very entertaining. We love bringing these games to you, but when we can't, it's nothing quite like being here and watching it live. So my name is Tyler Borbo. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.